Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about one of the interesting topic which is now discussed by a lot of people. Okay, so recently Red Hat has done an announcement on the CentOS Linux. Okay, so the questions now running on most of people's mind is CentOS Linux dead? Okay, so let's see in this tutorial, okay, in this video, what we can clarify on this announcement and what we understood from that. Okay, so before we get into that discussion, let's understand what is the relationship between Fedora, CentOS Linux, or now the new term called CentOS Stream, Red Hat Linux, and there is something called RHEL Linux. Okay, let's look into all those things in this tutorial. Okay, so I will start with the normal life cycle of the operating system, Linux operating system. So if you know, like Fedora is always the upstream of Red Hat Linux. Okay, so Red Hat Linux, it's a paid enterprise version operating system which is used in enterprise, right? So what happens is first version Fedora is released where all the new features, changes get introduced into the Fedora. Okay, and these developers and community members will do all these things in it, and some of them get included into the next release of Red Hat. So it doesn't mean like what Fedora whatever is included will come to Red Hat. So Fedora is more of a playground or a beta version. From there, a stable version of Red Hat will be released. On the other hand, CentOS is a downstream community project of Red Hat. So whatever changes in Red Hat included in Red Hat, which also get included in CentOS. So the benefit was like CentOS is more of a stable cloned version of Red Hat with most of all benefits, and you don't have to pay for that also. So this was a very extensively used operating system by a lot of admins, developers everywhere, because it's almost like a clone Red Hat Linux, right? So you don't have to pay for it. You have a free CentOS version, and then it has taken a lot of the environment or enterprises who are small enterprises who don't have to pay, who don't want to pay Red Hat, they are using CentOS. Okay, so now what happened is since CentOS regarded as a stable and secured free Linux distribution for servers, what happened in the recent announcement is that Red Hat is going to change I would say like they're going to stop CentOS Linux and they are going to convert into a CentOS Stream. So we'll see on that. So what the major changes happening is like the CentOS Linux 8 version is currently now in the market, and a lot of people are using it. Usually the Red Hat Linux or the CentOS will have a support which will be for almost 10 years. So the CentOS Linux 8 should have probably support till 2029, but unfortunately Red Hat has told they are going to end this support by 2021. So that is a huge blow for a lot of people, because they must have expected that it will be supported till 2029. Okay, and the new change, what they're saying is they are going to change the CentOS Linux into a new something called CentOS Stream, which is a rolling release. Okay, as part of this CentOS project. Okay, we'll see what is the rolling release it. Okay, and CentOS 7 will continue its life cycle. Okay, and it will end in 2024. Okay, so if somebody is using CentOS 7, they have another 3 more years they can continue before they can decide where they have to go, whether CentOS Stream or they have to get into Red Hat Linux or some other thing like Ubuntu or Debian version. Okay, so let's see. So I just want to show you something. Okay, so I have mentioned on the bottom, okay, CentOS is no longer a downstream of Red Hat. It was previously. Okay, Red Hat now will be an upstream of next Red Hat Linux minor release. Okay, it doesn't mean that CentOS is same as Fedora now. Fedora is the upstream of next Red Hat major release. Okay, so why I'm saying is this, because Fedora is the beta version or the version where they will do all these changes and they will release the major version of Red Hat, right? So this is how the previous scenario was, like from Fedora, Red Hat will be releasing its one of the major version. Okay, So Red Hat is downstream from Fedora, okay, or Fedora is upstream, and then you will get a downstream CentOS, which is a stable version, right? Now what it has changed, the structure is changed a little bit, okay. So now how it will be like, you'll have Fedora, which again is like a beta version where all these changes will included, all this development will happen, and then it will go to, it will have a CentOS version, okay. So this CentOS version, it will be keep changing again. It's like a rolling version. So after from CentOS, you will have a stable Red Hat version, okay. So how this works, it's more, they are talking more like a CI/CD concept, mostly every day you may see some changes in the CentOS stream. So the challenge here it is like, we don't know, you will have so much of changes. You can see from Fedora to CentOS, I have given a bigger arrow mark, or it will be like this, like you have a few frequent changes to CentOS, and then you will have a standard or stable version of Red Hat. So I'm not sure about that. So we have to wait and see probably, okay, but we hope Red Hat know how to do this, so we will have a stable version of CentOS there also. But since it's a rolling version CentOS stream, we are sure there will be frequent changes happening in the CentOS, whereas in the previous cases we had a stable Red Hat CentOS version where people can use it freely. But now if somebody using CentOS stream, they may see frequent updates, frequent changes, which may impact their environment, okay. So what is the impact of this CentOS project shift focusing into a CentOS stream? So as I said, the main challenge what now people are facing is suddenly Red Hat has told they are going to end the life cycle for CentOS 8. So which they were expecting like it should be valid till 2029. Now they are telling it will be end by 2021. So what happened is like, the people who has migrated their environment from CentOS 7 to CentOS 8, now they have to change it to a CentOS stream, or they have to go with a different approach, whether they have to go to Ubuntu or something. So those who has changed to CentOS 8 is the biggest affected. Others, at least CentOS 7, they have a more time to decide on it, okay. So you can see like the paid RHEL users will enjoy the well-tested stable version, because now you see the CentOS is stream has become one step ahead of Red Hat, right? Previously it was the other way. So from Fedora they will test all thing. You will have another version of CentOS that will also go through a lot of changes and testing. Then you will have a standard version of Red Hat. So the Red Hat will be more stable than CentOS now, okay. Previously it was it's not like that, because you will have a stable version of CentOS as well, okay. So now it's more like the community members or free members who are using CentOS, they don't have an option. They have to go with a non-stable rolling release distribution. So that is why people are not happy that much, okay. And what is the other benefit from this change is Red Hat is definitely going to get additional revenue, because those who don't want to use CentOS stream, they have to switch to Red Hat Linux, which is a paid version, right? So they are going to get more revenue from this. And as I told, like CentOS 7 will continue the life cycle till 2024, so that is a good thing. So let it goes on, so people can have use that. But a lot of people has already decided now, like they will shift to which method they want to go. So I'm not giving any decision here, so the decisions are left to you. So I'm just sharing some of this information which I found, okay. And another challenge because of this CentOS stream is that because we'll have a lot of application installed in this our servers, right? So when Red Hat keep releasing new versions as part of this rolling release, you will have new versions which may not be tested by the third-party application. So we will start facing issues with third-party application, because there are frequent changes. They may have tested only with the previous version, which would have been 3 or 6 months old, and they may not be doing it very frequently. So whereas in the previous CentOS it was not like that. They can test it with old version, there will not be much frequent changes into it. So if you see, this is the blog post from CentOS where they have mentioned about the CentOS shift focus to CentOS stream. So I will give the link for this so you can go through it. Okay, so they have mentioned all these details, and you can see there are a lot of comments which are not happy customers or happy people, right? So a lot of comments which a lot of people are angry on these decisions, and mostly because they don't give the CentOS 8 enough time to run the market. So they are immediately stopping the life cycle of the CentOS 8. So you see, I had just started migrating CentOS stream and not an option. So stability and dependability is the main challenge they may face with the CentOS stream. Okay, so you can go through this, and I'm just also want to show you another possibility of is like a Rocky Linux. So if you remember, CentOS was released in 2004, and then it was bought by Red Hat in 2014, and later Red Hat was bought by IBM. So that's how the life cycle happened. So one of the co-founder of CentOS is like Greg Krutzner, and he's not happy about this Red Hat decision. So now he has given this command. So he's bringing up some new project called Rocky Linux, as a part of this announcement from Red Hat. So there are a lot of people has already started participating in this community project, open source project, and we may expect a new version of Linux like Rocky Linux, similar to CentOS, where we can have a stable version from it. So that's another way to think, and I think there are a lot of other ways you can think. So you just take your time, think about it. If you are using CentOS servers in your infrastructure, you may want to think about what will be the future, whether I should switch. So I just want to share this information. So probably this is helpful for you, and I will share all the links in the video description, so you can give the comments on this, whether if I have missed something or I have misspoken. Please enter those details in the comment section so others can be benefited from this. So I hope this tutorial is informative for you, and thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video, share and comment.